Time now for our next guest, named the #1 prospect in all of baseball by Baseball America in 2010 and ranked as the top prospect in the Phillies organization in 2009, 10, and 11. He was a National League All-Star in 2013 when he hit .272 with 27 home runs and 83 RBIs. Joining Gabe Sinicropi, please welcome former Phillies outfielder, former Williamsport Crosscutter, Domonic Brown.
Oh, yeah. D. Brown.
Yes, sir. It's nice to be back.
It's been a minute.
It's been like 18 years, Gabe.
Happy to finally get you back here in Williamsport, Dominic. You spent the summer of 2007 here as a crosscutter, your second season in pro ball. I think we have a picture of it, as a matter of fact. Yeah, there he is. Look at that sweet swing.
Beanpole.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
Back then.
Where did you live?
I lived like a mile away from the stadium in an apartment. It was just me and Michael Durant and a scooter. We had one scooter that we ride to the baseball field every day, but absolutely love it. Williamsport Crosscutter fans, you guys were great here. I did not play good that first month, so I'm sorry about that, but I think the second month I ended up coming out strong and finishing the year 295.
Yeah,
or so.
295, yeah. What other memories do you have of that year here in Williamsport?
Big ballpark.
Yeah.
Really big ballpark. I had to learn how to hit the ball on the line. It was really hot. I was coming from Florida, grew up in Florida, so I was blessed in my first year of rookie ball to be able to be there. So coming up to PA was a little bit different. But you guys welcomed me in, with open arms, and it was a phenomenal season. But I remember being in State College and hitting like 180 or something, and Donnie Long, our hitting coordinator, came in town and, let me know that I was all right, and, I was doing great, and the next month I ended up turning it on strong. So it's just crazy that I think that moment, I knew that I could go pretty far in this game after going through that rough stretch, because you only got 2 months when you're here. Back then, so I was really trying to finish strong, and all I needed to do was just relax and have fun and let my natural ability take care of itself.
Well, you had a lot of natural ability, there's no doubt about that. But you almost didn't play professional baseball. You weren't drafted until the 20th round.
Yes, sir.
By the Phillies. You were all set to play college ball at the University of Miami, wide receiver.
Big football guy.
Yeah.
I just happened to always love the game of baseball, but honestly, as a kid and as a young teenager, I was a big kid. I ran pretty fast, and, I liked to study. I liked to do a lot of homework in football, and that's kind of all you kind of needed. But I think the game of baseball, I shot for 4 home runs and 4 at-bats every single day, and I never got that. I think that lured me closer to baseball. It's a game of failure, but you got to learn how to take, a blessing out of every lesson with this great game that we like to play every day.
2009, 2010, 2011, all 3 years, you were the top prospect in the Phillies organization. That put any added pressure on you?
I never really knew that I was the top prospect.
You weren't looking.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I knew, obviously, in 2010. When you come in the system as a 20th rounder, my head was down. I was just grinding. I had a lot of first-rounders around me. I was blessed to have Jimmy Rollins and, Chase Utley and Ryan Howard and those guys around me. Ryan used to tell me all the time, dude, treat every level like it's your major leagues. I took that, and I ran with it, and, I worked really hard. And, from the grounds crew guy to, everybody in the clubhouse, I knew, I love the guys. I still, it's the whole reason why I moved to Florida, from Florida to Pennsylvania. I felt like I had a lot of work still to do in our great area. So for me, I'll just always love the game, man.
We'll talk in a couple minutes about what you are doing now, but you were called up to the Phillies July 28th, 2010. How did you find out that you were getting called to the show?
Dave Hubbard told me the day before. It wasn't any bells and whistles or all of that stuff, guys, sorry. But, I was excited. I was ready to go. Got, a couple calls from the guys, Jason Worth. Like I said, I was very blessed to have, a great group of veteran guys around me to really show me the ropes. But yeah, that's how I found out.
I mean, fans were waiting for you so much to get to the major leagues because of how highly you were touted that before you even swung a bat in a game, you got a standing ovation.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either until I did realize, and I'm like, I got to do something here.
You did?
So, yeah, I was battling. You know, I like to have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pitch at bats. But Edwin Jackson, you know, Jimmy gave me a good scouting report on him, and he always did a good job of that. But I got a good pitch to hit, slider up and in, or low and in, sorry, right into that lefty's wheelhouse, and I hit it off the wall, right center field.
RBI double, your first at-bat in the major league. Your first game,
Yes,
you
sir.
had 2 hits,
Yep.
2 RBIs. I mean, just wow. Your first few years in the majors, your manager was Charlie Manuel. I know
man.
that he, for you, is very important in your life.
Yeah, he's awesome. You know, still a mentor today. But it was awesome coming to the clubhouse every day and having a professional manager like Charlie Manuel. Sometimes he would call me in the office to get on me a little bit. You know, I was always around the veteran guys, and sometimes I might have not showed up as early as he wanted me to.
Oh, okay.
I was always on time.
Right.
But again, you know, for a 4:15 stretch, sometimes Jimmy got there at 4 o'clock. So, you know, he just wanted to make sure that I was doing things the right way and the proper way and getting into the right routine of things. And, you know, he never, you know, laid off of me when it came to that. And I think I'm exactly where I am today because of Charlie Manuel, man. He was unbelievable.
Tell us about a time when maybe you were starstruck
Right.
in the major leagues.
Oh, yeah. First big league camp, I think second or third game, we're playing Yankees, A-Rod, Jeter, Teixeira, all
those
these guys. Some of the I think I might have seen Sheffield might have been there at that time. He was a Tampa guy, so I was fortunate to be around him. But I just remember stretching before the game, and those was a great group of guys as well. You know, I'm running out doing my stretching, and Jeter and A-Rod, you know, came up to me and just said, welcome. So, you know, those kind of things make you feel at home, and, you know, that's what the best part about, you know, being in the major leagues and being around some great guys.
2013 breakout career year
Right.
for you. 272, 24 homers, 83 ribbies, named to the National League All-Star team.
Yes, sir.
What clicked for you that year? What was it?
The year before, we were in Houston, and I get to the ballpark. Jimmy's early that day. And we're in the cage, and Jimmy kind of shows me his little toe tap. A lot of people don't know that. And now looking back on it with me teaching, and we'll get to that later on, but it kept me into my backside, and you know, I worked on it the whole off season, and I came back, and that hole inside that I had as a big lefty was kind of cleaned up. So the guys were kind of double dog daring me inside, and you know, I was kind of proving a lot of guys wrong. You know, they went right back outside, and kind of the rest is history, right?
Yeah, it is. Good history.
But yeah, I learned a lot that offseason from Jimmy, and that really helped me out on that 2013 year. But it was a great year. For me, I'm always my worst critic, so I felt like I should have been hitting 300 because I hit 300 every year in the minor leagues. But big leagues is totally different, right? But in my eyes, I felt like I should be hitting 300 with 30 home runs every year. But you know, that's also, like I said, that's probably why I'm here now, putting a lot of pressure on myself and expectations, but that's all a part of it.
If you could talk to your younger self during your Phillies days, what advice would you give?
Right. Oh, man, have more fun, man. I'm a stickler for, like I said, showing up early, the routines. I was around Chase Utley all the time, you know, but if I could go back and have a little bit more fun and try not to police the clubhouse later on, that's stuff that I was doing. But I definitely would say just have more fun, man. Enjoy the game.
How do you want Phillies fans to remember Domonic Brown, the player?
Oh, the player. Man, I love to go throw guys out with the best of them. That was one of my favorite things to do. But extremely hard-working guy. Love the game. Love to have fun. But a big clubhouse guy, man. Like, I really enjoy the clubhouse. That's the biggest thing that I miss the most is doing what we're doing right now and talking the game and catching up. You know, those are the biggest things. Playing baseball is another thing, but like being around the guys is another.
Tell everybody what you're up to now.
Right. I'm in youth sports now. I have my own travel teams in our area in a couple of different states. I've been blessed to doing some RBI stuff with the Phillies as well. So I'm still pretty local in King of Prussia area.
Great. Audience questions. Here's one that goes along with that. As a young ball player, what can I do to improve my abilities?
Well, there's a lot to do. I mean, with social media and all those things now, obviously you can follow me if you need to. I can help you guys.
That's one thing you could do
when it comes to the hitting. But there's a lot of videos out now that we didn't have back in the day where you can clean your swing up or you can clean defense up. I would say take advantage of those opportunities that we have, social media, because I couldn't do that back in the day. I would remember Sports Century. Remember that top 100 players came out? That was a make or break thing for me because I remember being on the VCR and I videotaped probably like 50 athletes. And I'm like, if I want to be a 1%er, then I need to be around 1% of guys, you know what I mean? So I watched Michael Jordan all over and over and over and all these different athletes, but I would watch that over and over. But now you can just have all of those things in your disposal in your hand with the iPhone. So take advantage of that for sure.
We're going to wrap it up with a fast five. 5 quick questions, 5 quick answers with former Philly outfielder Domonic Brown. Number 1, favorite MLB ballpark to play in? Oh, yeah, Citizens Bank Park.
Trying to get me killed in here, dude.
Number 2, toughest pitcher you ever faced?
Steven Strasburg.
Okay. Number 3, a teammate you still keep in touch with?
I'll say Jimmy Rollins.
Number 4, will the Phillies win the NL East this season?
Of course. Again, trying to get me killed again.
Walk-off homer or game-saving catch? Got to pick one.
I don't have a walk-off homer in the big league, so I'll say walk-off homer.
Dom, so great to see you. Thanks for
having
being
me,
with us
Gabe.
here in
I appreciate you
Williamsport.
guys. Thanks for having me.
Former Phillies All-Star Domonic Brown.